So basically, all my videos are, targeted to solve a specific problem in their daily life, which can be solved easily using your smartphone or, using some app or using some tool that, or a website which people don't know about. So it was like a first movers advantage for me, and that number game was like massive because like I got almost 100 900K followers within just like 8 to 9 months, and I was about to hit 1 million within a year. But what happened was, I don't know what happened exactly. Maybe it was the algorithm issue or something else, but my growth suddenly stopped, and I was like
Hmm.
stagnant at that one number for almost a period of, you can say, next 8 to 9 months.
Hi Tejas, welcome to NETV Who's That 360.
Hello, hello.
Let's putting the straight records with my first questions. You create tech content, which requires a lot of research and everything. What is your thought process while creating the content?
So whenever I, sit to think what content to make, I make sure that that content piece is somewhat actionable to people. I mean, the person who is watching that content, piece of content, should actually take away some steps back home with him that
Hmm.
he can actually apply in his real life so that, it can solve a problem for him. So basically, all my videos are, targeted to solve a specific problem in their daily life, which can be solved easily using your smartphone or, using some app or using some tool that, or a website which people don't know about.
Did you always have a thing for gadgets, or this is the new discovered passion that you are doing?
So I would say I was always a techie, like right from the childhood, because I used to, fix my own PCs, anything
Hmm.
like. So there's this one instant which I remember. One day my PC stopped working, and I was a little bit curious, like what happened? Why is it not working? I mean, on the CPU there used to be a power button, right? When we pressed it, there was a beep sound, and then the Windows logo came in, and the PC was starting up. So that was not happening, and I got curious. I just went on my phone, my father's phone, searched for a little bit, like what can be done and everything. Found some hacks and opened up the PC. I actually, there was a RAM issue, so I had to basically remove the RAM and erase the connections because there was a little bit carbon deposit there. So I did that, and the PC started. That was a very like first accomplishment I had with my passion. But I never really recognized that passion until 2020, like 2019. Before that, I was exploring some other niches in content creation. But in 2019, a friend of mine suggested that since you are already good at tech and you already love gadgets, why aren't you trying something in technology and educating people about the things that you know? So that's when I stumbled upon technology and I started with Elementary.
They just tell me something. You mentioned that it's been while you are in a this tech content creation business. So, how do you look back at your
Hmm.
content creation journey?
To be very honest, if I look back from where I started and what all things I had to go through, the journey is definitely inspiring to me as well because I had never imagined like the potential of this thing when I started. It was
Hmm.
just a passion thing for me. I was doing it just out of spite. I just wanted to, just give my opinions on products and educate people about the things that I know personally, which I was applying in my life. But the game changer thing happened when I started, posting content on Instagram in 2021. That's when I really got to understand the potential of this. When people were actually appreciating the content that I was making and how I was able to, solve problems for them in their life. So there was this one video which I did. It was basically how you can control your monitor, I mean PC, using your phone. So there was this software that I could install on both the devices, and
Hmm.
I could control the mouse from the phone. I could, share files wirelessly. There were multiple things that app could do, and it was something that people loved a lot. People really found it helpful. Even the working professionals had a really good use for it. I mean, they had to, transfer files, and every time they wanted, I mean, every time they had to find a cable to connect their phone to their PC so that they could transfer or send it via mail, which was a very tedious process. The entire process was fun, and it was definitely something which excited me every day. To make more content and push out more information to people, which people were appreciating genuinely.
Tejas, for example, if you talk to me about tech, I am not a tech friendly
Hmm.
person. For me, tech content is very boring.
Hmm.
I find it boring. How you make your content engaging? Because see, if you talk to a layman person, tech content is
Hmm.
altogether it's of kind. उसमें एक अलग
Hmm.
USP जाती है to make it engaging, to make it
Yeah.
people watch.
Hmm.
So how do you make
Hmm.
your content engaging? Because you are not making
So I
transition
specific. Yeah.
reels on a
Hmm.
song
Hmm.
कि जिसे हम जाके देखें. It's a very informative content, like imparting the
Yeah.
education. So how do you make it engaging?
So, to make it engaging, you have to really play with the visuals and what you speak out, because that's the only part where I can, actually, that's my first touch point to the audience. Yeah, right. So the hooks are very important, where I try to, do some, like maybe write something on my iPad and show it to them, or just have an exaggerated expression at the start to get some excitement build up. So there's this one reel which I did. It was about how you can how you can fly planes on Google Maps. So for that, what I did, I actually with my team, I sat in front of the laptop. So there's this trend of college acceptance videos where people are just sitting and they're waiting for the results, and as soon as the results are announced, they scream and they are very much excited and they clap, give high fives and all. So what I thought, let's just do that and portray it as like I'm getting my pilot lessons from Google, because I can fly planes in Google Maps. So so I did that. I took my team laptop samne rakha, and then we shot that clip where we are like exaggerating, we're screaming that something good has happened, like we saw something good. And then I transitioned to directly coming to the point that I got my Google like pilot license from Google, and now I can fly planes in Google Maps. So that was a very intriguing hook that got people excited in the start, and then it also transitioned to catching their attention in the long term, because the sentence was very controversial, right? I mean, like, how can someone get a pilot license from Google? So that built the curiosity more, and people stayed for it. So it was like that video did pretty well. It was doing almost like 10 million cross it within a week, and now it's like sitting around 19 million or so views. So
You
that
know,
was a very fun thing. Yeah.
Yeah, my next question is about the number game. So we talk about numbers, 10 millions and
Hmm.
everything, and even the number
Hmm.
of followers. Do you feel pressure to
Yeah.
be in that race?
To be very honest, yes, I did feel the pressure, because somewhere down the line, I was the first person to start the tech niche on Instagram, where I was putting the tips and tricks and everything on Instagram. So it was like a first movers advantage for me, and that number game was like massive, because like I got almost 900K followers within just like 8 to 9 months, and I was about to hit 1 million within a year. But what happened was, I don't know what happened exactly. Maybe it was the algorithm issue or something else, but my growth suddenly stopped, and I was like
Hmm.
stagnant at that one number for almost a period of, you can say, next 8 to 9 months. So I was just very, very much conscious about that, hitting that 1 million before completing that 1 year span, because that was a very massive thing for me. And I've been creating content 4 or 5 years before, that part. So that was a goal which I wanted to hit, but somewhere I had to, humble down and realize that it's fine, it's part of the process,
Hmm.
and you don't always get what you want. So experimenting in content, trying new things, and doing different things was something which I had to look forward to, because since I was the first one, I mean, there was no reference point for me. I could not watch someone else's video and then say, "Ki, okay, like this is something which I can do,"
Hmm.
or how to innovate. So that process was something which was very, you can say, very down for me. very dark patch of my life where I had to struggle with being consistent and also not think about the number game, also not think about, gaining many followers. But yeah, right now, I don't think that much about the numbers. I don't think about hitting 2 million. What I focus more on is, getting people engaged with the content, creating a community which is actually, wanting to learn more.
So, my next question is, when we talk about this number game and everything, social media has its own
Yeah.
pros and cons. The online trolling we
Yeah.
often talk about. What's your take on
Hmm.
online scrutiny?
Okay. Online trolling, to be very frank, I ignore it most of the time. There have been times where I get affected with the negative comments that I get, and certain points I have come to a limit there where I'm like, "Ki, let's just stop. It's not worth it." But then I realized that only a fraction of people are doing that. If I'm getting 100 comments, like maybe just you can say 10 to 20 comments would be negative, but there are 80 people who are actually appreciating the content, and that's something which we very easily ignore. Because obviously the negative things highlight more, that hurts more. So I have learned along the way to just filter out the negative comments and just focus on those people who are actually supporting and giving criticism. They're not saying bad about it, but they're giving a positive
Constructive
feedback,
feedback.
constructive feedback. Yeah.
Now I have a basic rapid fire round for you. First,
Okay.
one favorite tech content creator you have, your personal favorite.
Mr. Who's the Boss.
Okay. One content creator, tech. Let me make it simple for you. Any content creator you don't like.
Okay. Gaurav Zone maybe.
Who? What?
Gaurav Zone.
Okay. I have perceived it in a wrong way. I heard another name. I'm like, he has given me the
Okay.
headline of the interview. The first gadget you bought out of your own personal money.
Okay, it was a speaker. Basically, I was doing a collab with Too Good, which was in association with Flipkart. So that was a speaker which I bought with my own money.
Okay. So one gadget you can't live without.
My phone.
Okay. Uh, one gadget apart from smartphone, you feel everyone should have it.
Okay, it's very hard. But if I have to pinpoint, I covered basically a pocket torch. So
Hmm.
basically, it can do multiple things. Like it can just light up the room, or it can focus towards, at larger distances. So that's something which I think people must carry around because even at night,
Such an
it's much
innovative
required.
thought.
Yeah.
One gadget you feel is very underrated.
Okay, underrated gadgets. Yeah. So there's this. It's a very good gadget, but medically it's not something that it can be recommended. But
Hmm.
there's this Agaro's electric massager. So
Okay.
that's basically what you do is there are patches you can apply it on your skin, and it is connected electrically to a module. So you can just control the electrical signals, and it massages your body. It mimics the actual massages that might happen. But it's good. It is effective, and it actually gives you feeling that you're getting an actual massage. But yeah, medically it is a little bit risky because people with some heart issues or other kind of symptoms
A
can have
consultation is
serious.
must before using it.
A consultation is must. Yes, although it's
Okay.
widely available in on Amazon, but yeah, consultation is must.
One overrated
Uh,
gadget. I missed it. Sorry, my bad.
Overrated. Okay, yeah. uh, Overrated gadgets. I mean, in general, I would say TWS
Okay.
because, uh, like, I can say the lower range TWS earphones because they don't actually provide that much value. You can't have, there's a latency issue. The sound is not that clear, and you have to come uh, they're uncomfortable to wear for longer term. So I feel if you're investing in a good TWS, at least you should go for 3 to 4 thousand or 5,000 above TWSs, so that you can get actual value out of it. But obviously, I know that it's not physically like feasible for everyone. But yeah, that's something which I feel is a little overrated.
आई जस्ट वांट आस्क, ऐसा कौन सा टेक कंटेंट क्रिएटर है जिसके अकाउंट में आप जाके चेक करना चाहोगे हाउ इज ही क्रिएटिंग द कंटेंट एवरीथिंग?
So there's this basically he's an editor. I'm not sure. I'm not recalling the username, but he does fantastic edits, and I really want to
Oh,
understand the process that he goes through.
okay. One gadget you want to ban for lifetime.
Ban for lifetime.
The
So
sale of
there's
that
this
gadget,
there's the
the sale of that gadget is going to be dropped, and you're gonna get blamed for that. So be careful.
So I'm pretty sure the name which I'm going to take is something that most people won't be even getting it. But there's this window cleaner, magnetic window cleaner, which I recently
Okay.
bought.
Very
Yeah.
techie
So
thing.
basically, yeah. So it's actually not that much usable. I mean, I can do much better job with a paper and call-in solution. But yeah, that's like literally not worth it.
Okay, thank you so much, Tejas. That's it from our end. It was a lovely conversation. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.